Hello children, today we are going to do the first poem of our book Flamingo, and that's My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. My Mother at 66 is a poem composed by Kamala Das. This Indian poetess, born in Kerala, is famous for capturing complexities of human relationships. This poem is one of the finest examples of human bonding, especially that of a mother and daughter. It describes the pain and fear of the poet of losing a mother due to harsh realities of life, which is death. Children, you all must have experienced your grandparents living in some other town, in village, in some other country, or at various places. And you must have also seen how your parents worry for them, for their old parents, but they cannot do, because neither they can leave their other responsibilities which they have to fulfill, and nor they can bring their parents along, because old parents do not want to leave their place. So it becomes very difficult for the children to leave their parents, but at the same time they have to move forward to fulfill other responsibilities. Every poem has a central idea. The central idea of this poem is aging is a natural process and an important phase of human life. A person enters his childhood, experiences youth, then is full of energy and dreams, and finally approaches old age and encounters death. Relationship between people becomes stronger at every aspect of life, and they can bear separation due to aging. In this poem, the poet relates a personal experience. She brings out a common paradox of human relationship and portrays a sensational separation of a mother and a daughter. She has been able to capture almost all the emotions which a daughter is filled with on bidding farewell to a beloved mother. Sometimes we do feel deep sympathy for someone, but we fail to express it in a proper manner. Here also in this poem, when Kamala Das had to leave her mother, she could only smile and say, "See you soon, Amma." This shows her helplessness. Neither she could leave her job or other priorities, nor she could live with her mother forever. The summary. Let's discuss the summary in short. One last Friday morning, the poetess was driving from her parents' home to Cochin Airport. Her mother was sitting beside her in the car, going to see her off. The poetess suddenly had a look at her mother and found that her mother was dozing with her open mouth. Because children, in old age, people have problem in breathing. So usually they open the mouth, and also they doze, they take naps. Her face was pale as that of a corpse. Here the poet has compared her mother's pale face, dull and white face, with a dead body, the corpse. The poet painfully realized that her mother is not going to live long. This painful thought haunted her, but soon she tried to put that thought away by looking out of the car window. She saw the young trees running past them. You must have experienced when you go for a long drive and you are in a moving car, you see the trees, you feel the trees running behind you. She looked at the merry children coming out of their homes. As she saw life and vitality in the house, in the outside world, her mood was upbeat. After reaching the airport, she went through the security check. Her mother was standing outside a few yards away. After the security check, she looked at her mother. Again, her face was pale with white, like late winter's moon. Here, the poetess has compared her mother with winter moon. She felt the old familiar ache of childhood in her heart, which is usually felt by a child due to the fear of separation from her mother. But she contained herself and kept on smiling in order to conceal her emotions. She spoke no words to her mother. All that she said was, "See you soon, Amma," and bade goodbye to her mother with the hope to see her again. So, the main points which I have written in the phrase form of this poem is: the poetess traveling to Cochin airport with her mother in a car. The poet looks at her wan, pale face and she's dozing, finds her weak, lacking in energy and life. Old fear of losing her mother returns, which is quite painful. In order to divert her mind from negative thoughts, she looks outside of the car. Sprinting trees and merry children provide the contrast and relief. Mother's face symbolizes frailty and dullness, whereas merry children and young trees symbolize vigor, energy, zeal, and joy. After the security check, the old familiar ache returns as mother's face looks wan and pale. Compares mother with late winter's moon, which is lifeless, no lustre, and covered with mist and fog. Tries to hide her emotion by smiling. Her smile signifies pain and helplessness. And finally, she bids goodbye to her mother with hope to see her. So, when you'll see the poem, you'll find it very amazing that the entire poem is written in a single sentence. There is no full stop in the poem. Let's do the poem. My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doors open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked out, but soon put that thought away and looked at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her wan pale as a late winter's moon and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. Children, the poetess was going from her parents' home to Kochi and the mother was going to see her off. She was sitting next to the poet with doors open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse. This like that, when we compare something using like or as, what figure of speech is this? It is simile. The poet's mother's face is compared to a dead body, so the poetic device here is simile. And realized with pain, seeing her mother's face, the poet is filled with pain that she was as old as she looked. That mother was looking very old, but soon put that thought away. Which is that thought? The thought of her aging mother. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting and merry children spilling out of their homes. Children, this line is very important. Almost every year it comes in board. Trees sprinting and merry children spilling out of their homes. Sprinting trees, the figure of speech is metaphor, because here we are comparing the trees sprinting, running. But at the same time, it is personification also, because trees are compared to sprinting, running, because poetess is in a moving car. So the trees next to her seem as if they were running past. Children, it symbolizes that time waits for none. It keeps running fast, which shows the approaching old age of the poetess mother. The merry children spilling out of their home. Here, the literary device is imagination. The poet is imagining the merry children coming out of their homes. Actually, this here in this line, the poetess tries to bring out contrast inside the car and outside. Inside the car, with old mother, there is the fear of death, decay, old age, sadness, where outside the merry children are symbolic of life, vigor, stamina, energy, zeal. So seeing these merry children, her mood is little upbeat. But after airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at a van pale as a late winter's moon. Again the poetess compares a mother's face with late winter moon. As a late winter moon. As a late winter moon. So here, as we are comparing as, it means the poetic device is simile again. Here, children, in winter, have you seen the moon? It loses its shine. It loses its luster. It is white, hidden amidst the fog and mist. Similarly, mother's face is white, lusterless, pale white. Her all youthful zeal has gone. She will be engulfed by death any moment. As late winter's moon. So, children, the poet has brought the image of two images of the mother. Images means comparison. One with corpse and another with late winter's moon. And felt that old familiar ache, my childhood fear. She feels that familiar ache. Why her ache? Ache means pain. Why her pain is familiar? Because she has experienced this in her childhood. And what is that ache? Of being separated from a mother. When you're small or any small child, they are scared of their mother being separated. And they are scared. Here, the poet is scared of mother's death. So the pain is familiar, which she has experienced in childhood. Children, when a question comes, what is the poet's childhood fear? You will write separation. Along with you will write, which is a familiar ache. And if the question comes, what is the familiar ache? You will write separation, the fear of childhood. It will be vice versa. In any of the questions, if you will write familiar ache, you will write childhood fear. If you will write childhood fear, you will write familiar ache. But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. The poet was embarrassed. She could not utter a word. She could only say, see you soon, Amma, which shows the positivity of the poet. She was hopeful of meeting her mother again. Though in heart of hearts, she knew that when she returns, she might not be able to see her mother again. She might be old. She might have died. But still, she is hopeful of seeing her mother again, trying to tell her mother, all is well, Amma. And all I did was smile and smile and smile. That is, the poetic device here is repetition. The smile word has been repeated. Here, the poet Kamala Das tries to emphasize on poet's smile, which shows her helplessness, that she couldn't do anything for her mother, which shows her guilt. Under her smile, she was trying to hide a pain, embarrassment, guilt that she was leaving her mother behind. So you must have understood the poem. It's not that difficult. It's quite easy. Only what you have to do is read the notes, and assignments I'll send you tomorrow for this, and tomorrow we'll be there again with a new chapter. If you have any problem in this poem, regarding this poem, you can WhatsApp me, you can keep aside when we meet in the school, you can ask me there, or you can mail me the question. Thank you.